Barbados, get up. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Oh, I'm smiling because I think I've had the best start to today. I'm sitting with some lions and lionesses from the St. George Secondary School, and they're making me smile because, as you know, on a Thursday, I'm always thrilled to have some exceptional young people with me. And so I say good morning to you. You stand by to be smiled and your heart to be pleased as we introduce you to them in just a little while as well. But how do you do today, everybody? Hope you're up and you're bright and you're ready to go. It is Thursday, the 5th of May. May? 5th of June. What month am I in? It's the 5th of June, 2025, and hope you're well. Really, really hope you're well. So thank you for joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. Good having you company. As I always remind you, you can talk among yourselves, but talk to us as well, and share the show, share the love. Tell others all about us and let them come along as well to join in what we do. And if you have an idea, or if you know of someone or something you know we need to talk about, then help us. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. So wake up, let's make today a terrific Thursday, the absolute best that you believe that you can actually make it. And I know you can. I know you can because you have all within you to be able to do so. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt what's been planted in you to make you and others around you the best you could possibly be. Promise? Good. And thank you, by the way, for sharing the show. We're pleased when we see that you've done so. We are absolutely pleased when you bring others along as well to share in what we do. And you are great citizens indeed in working with us. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything that you do. Now, coming up today, the field events are done. Everything is done, but the seniors games continue. Hopefully we'll be able to remind you a little bit more. I have some notes I'll share with you in just a little while. But boy, oh boy, the Lions and the Lionesses of St. George Secondary School are here. They have a show coming up. I'll talk to them in just a little while. You know how very, very proud I am of all that they're doing at the school, St. George Secondary School. And that's just one of the number of things that they'll be doing this month as we turn our attention to St. George, focusing on the land and the people who've tilled our land and toiled hard and made things happen. And these children are products of that. And so they're very, very happy to be here, and we're happy to share them and their exploits with you in just a little while. There's a show called The Spirit of the Lion happening at St. George Secondary. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. It is crop over. You know that. The Sweetest Summer Festival. The Junior Monarch Competition semi-finalists are announced. And so some of them from the House of SOCA will join us today. Would they sing? You have to stick around to find out. Whit Monday is coming up, and the Church of Christ the King, they have a youth jamboree, sport jamboree as a matter of fact, for youth and the family. So what's that about? They'll give us details this morning. This morning I'll meet a man who has captured the calamity, who's also captured the care. And it's a very personal story because he was in the Gaza before and during, and even at the expense of the loss of family, he tells the story. And so we'd be happy to hear from him as a filmmaker, just what he's been able to document so that we can see through his lens and through his eyes the experience of what people in Gaza are going through. And, you know, wherever we go, we are always Caribbeaning. Yeah, we've made up that term, but that's not my term. That's the term of a group of people who are doing wonderful things in New York. And so they're having a big fete in Times Square. Why? We'll get to know details about that this morning as well. The Afrexim Bank is hosting yet again the Africa Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum that's coming up in July in Grenada. And very early, we want to tell you what it's about, what are the benefits that derive therefrom, who will be a part of it, and how you can be a part of it as well. So stick around to find out a whole lot more. And there's another big family event you should not miss. So you see, there's a lot to talk about today. Stay there. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some aunts What makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
And from the St. George Secondary School, we are proud to introduce you to some exceptional young people who have taken the chance to come forward as lions and lionesses for the upcoming Spirit of the Lion show, hosted by the school in itself indeed. I'm happy to introduce you this morning to those representing Rowans in St. George and Ellerton in St. George. Next to me right away are the folks from Rowans in Daquan Ward. Daquan, good morning.
Good morning.
You all right?
Yeah.
You good, man. You good. Gabriella Cummings, how do you do?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome indeed. What a smile. I said to you at the beginning, you're always smiling, and you said to me what?
I'm not much of a smiling person.
But you have such a beautiful smile. Don't lose that smile, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And across from me are those from who are representing Ellerton. There's Summer White. I call her Summer Rain. Summer morning.
Morning.
You good?
Yes, please.
All right. And with her is Darius Davis. He's also representing Rowans. Darius, you good?
Ellerton.
Good to have you indeed.
Ellerton.
Ellerton. And so, Daquan, why did you enter the competition?
Well, for me, I joined the competition because I am fun and energetic, but also very shy. So I joined the competition to bring out my self-confidence to talk in large crowds.
You shy? Okay, so far, what have you been doing to get rid of the shyness?
I really practice talking to a lot of people to get like popularity out there, to like open up my circle.
And you're doing very well. You're doing very well, Daquan. Gabriella, you're learning about Rowans. Why did you enter the competition?
I entered the competition because I am more of a talking in a small group and not in front of a big group of people. And it's teaching me to be confident in talking in front of a large group of people and helping me to push myself more and learn different stuff about St. George.
Coming to that in a minute. Have you had the chance to speak before a number of people, at least at school?
In front of my class only.
But that's all right. That's a start, right? What do you know now about Rowans?
I know about Rowans that it was divided into two areas. Rowans, which is the agriculture area, and then Rowans Park, which is the residential area. And then more information that I know about Rowans is that Jason Holder, the West Indies cricketer, was also raised inside of Rowans.
Well done, Gabriella. Well done. What about you, Daquan? What have you now found out about Rowans that you perhaps didn't know?
I learned that Rowans was a plantation.
Right.
The plantation house still exists to this day, where several slaves lived. Also, in 1817, William Williams was the owner of Rowans.
Daquan, give me five. Give me five. Well done. These children are learning some phenomenal things as they enter this competition, and that's what it's about. You're learning as you go, as you put yourself forward, you build your self-confidence, you rid yourself of the shyness, you get pluck to talk before a number of people indeed. And so what are you doing to get yourselves ready for the final, which is on the 14th?
Well, I am practicing a lot of talking. I talk in the mirror, I talk to my mommy, I talk to everybody that I see. I really just promote the competition so that everybody comes out and watch the competition so it could expand my bubble more.
Well done. And you're set with your fashion and everything, Gabriella?
Yes, please.
Have you worked out your designs? Or is it a design that you chose or someone chose for you?
I chose the design myself.
Really? So you're into fashion as well?
I'm more of an arts and craft person.
Aha. Are you exhibiting on the 18th and the 19th at the school?
Yes, please.
All right. So we have to come and see your work on the 18th and the 19th. Well done, Gabriella. Summer Rain, to you now, sister.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How
Good.
are you?
Excited about the show?
Yes, please.
So what are you doing to get yourself ready?
I'm going to get myself ready. I prepare the teachers and my mentors helped me to read over my speech to make sure everything is fine and I remember and I know the words. And help me train to get myself ready so when I go on stage I don't be nervous in front of talking to all those people and get shy.
And working on everything else to make yourself perfectly ready, right?
Yes, please.
What do you now know about Ellerton that you perhaps didn't know before?
Allerton has several churches and shops around the corner. And also, James Scissornet was the oldest man that lived in Barbados, and his nephew drove a car at 100 years old to meet the president.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you just taught that to me. Thank you for that research. Thank you so much for sharing that. Are you feeling the competition spirit yet?
Yes,
So talk to me. What does that feel like? What are you doing?
I feel excited and nervous at the same time.
Are you peeping into what the others are doing?
Yes.
So what is Gabriella doing that she doesn't know that you know?
I actually didn't prepare to her yet.
Not yet, but you're working on it.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful smile as well. And so you, Darius, now you're working with Summer. What's it like working with Summer?
It's good, and I'm trying to be good in the competition and to win.
And that's it. You're in this to win. What are you doing to make sure that you become the winner?
Make sure we have good connection and good communication.
And are you also researching about Ellerton?
Yes, please.
What have you found?
It's a rural community with an active community center with a large playing field where many sports are played.
Hey man, is smart. Also, with that big playing field up there, you know, that's where a lot of sports occurs at Ellerton St. George. And so you're representing your school. You're not just representing yourself, you're also representing your school. What do you think about your school?
It's a very nice school.
It is. It truly, truly is. So the 14th of June, everybody, that's where we're all going. Where is the competition? Where is it going to be hosted, Daquan?
It's going to be hosted at the school inside the hall.
In the hall at the school?
Yes, please.
Right, and you're telling everybody about that, right?
Yes, please.
Where can we get tickets? Let me see if you know.
You can get tickets at the school or in Sheraton Mall.
Excellent, or Jeans Inc. at Sheraton indeed. Well done, Daquan. And so there's some others who are competing with you. There are 9 couples, so there are 18 of you. And are you all friends?
Actually, yes.
please.
Yes, we
Actually, yes. Wow, I like that. But that means a lot to you, Gabriella, doesn't it? That we're all friends.
Yeah. Because if we didn't like each other, I don't think that we would have pushed each other to see our full potential in each other. And I feel like if we didn't like the person, we would bring down the person and make sure that they couldn't win. But because we're all friends, we push each other to achieve our goals and everything.
Perfect answer. Well done, Gabriella. But you are also agreeing, Summer, because you're so excited about this show, it's not even funny. So talk to me about working alongside all of the other contestants and, you know, just rubbing shoulders and knowing that you're all still friends.
They're supposed to say you didn't feel well or something like that. They will make sure you come out and make sure you get to the place that you need to be on time and comfort you to make you feel comfortable, not afraid, not worrying about anything, and just make you feel like at home.
Because you're all just friends.
Yes.
But why did you enter the competition, Darius?
To gain more confidence talking to large crowds and to be able to be comfortable talking to random people.
Are you into any clubs or any of those activities at school?
No, please.
Are you also going to be exhibiting on the 18th and 19th?
Yes, please.
Really? What are you doing on the 18th and 19th?
I didn't really know yet.
Pardon me?
I don't know yet.
You don't know, but you have time to work on it, right?
Yes, please.
You're all in 4th form. Have you given thought, Daquan, to what Daquan will be when he leaves school?
I'm not sure on what I want to be. I just know I want to be an entrepreneur.
That is fantastic. You want to be an entrepreneur. What about you, Gabriella?
I've always wanted to be a flight attendant or a veterinarian.
You have the smile for it, I'm telling you. You have the personality for it too. So well done. Summerine, what about you?
I always wanted to become a chef. That's
You like to work with your hands, like to work with products and
Yes,
produce.
please.
So are you into farming?
No, please.
So what are you presenting for the 18th and 19th? What are you working on? Nothing, sir. Right?
No, please.
What about you, Darius? What do you want to do once you leave school?
I want to be an architect.
An architect.
Yes, please.
Why?
Because I love doing it.
You love architecture and you like to draw. So are you doing studies at the moment to help you equip yourself with the skills and techniques to be able to be a good architect?
Yes, please. At school.
Well done. That's a very, very noble cause you're on. Well done, Darius, indeed. Keep focused. Whatever you do, keep focused and you shall achieve it. As I said to the others, so shall it be. All of your dreams, so shall they all come true. And so the 14th of June, we're all assembling in the hall at the schools, the St. George Secondary School. You know exactly where that is. What time does the show start, Gabriella?
6 o'clock.
Don't whisper.
6 o'clock.
It starts at 6 o'clock, but we need to be there early o'clock, right?
Yes.
And have you, Summer, been telling everybody in your area, come see me, come see us?
Yes, please.
So you're marketing hard.
Yes.
What about you, Darius?
Love, please.
You've not been telling anybody about this? Why not? You don't want them to come see you? Okay, but we shall all come to see you nonetheless because we know that you will be phenomenal in what you do, okay? So you stay focused and you perhaps can become the lion of the Spirit of the Lion show. And either of you ladies, lionesses in the show as well. Daquan, well done. Stay focused. Become the best you could possibly be as an entrepreneur. What if you become an entrepreneur, what is it that you would want to do?
I would want to give back to my community and give back to my school and say thank you for everything that everybody has done for me.
Well done, well done. So to each of you, I wish you the absolute best. I really hope that the hall is packed to capacity and that we can all come and give you our fullest support because each of you already is a winner. It is the Spirit of the Lion show. It's on the 14th of the month, that's next week, at the school, the St. George Secondary School in the hall. The show starts at 6, but you need to be there well earlier because it is going to be packed. Remember to go to the school to get your ticket, and tickets are very, very affordable. So go to the school's office today, tomorrow, whenever, as soon as possible, and collect your bodies of tickets. Or you can go to Jeans Inc. at Sheraton Center and purchase from there as well. And let's give the fullest support to the students of St. George Secondary School. Also remember, on the 18th and 19th, they're opening the doors to all to come in and see what the students are doing, what the students are producing, what the school is also building our young people to be able to achieve as well, because there's phenomenal work happening there. And all I could ask of all of you is to grab that opportunity to give full support to the ongoing curricular and extracurricular activities at the St. George Secondary School. They deserve it. And I want you to be a part of it. So thanks, each of you. I wish you all the best, all right?
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Same to
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you. We're coming back in just a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
Film featuring the 10-year musical journey of Panaz, the live musical sounds of the Naniki Kaiso Jazz Collective. This Sunday, June 8th, at the Barbados Museum. Showtime 7 p.m. General admission $150 includes complimentary hors and cocktails. Tickets available at Barbados Museum and all Ticket Nation outlets or online at ticketnation.bb. Thanks to our partners, the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation and Carib Brewery.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
22 minutes now after 6 o'clock. I love it when the young people in the church are active and they stay active. As a matter of fact, at Christ the King in Rotundo, you know the Anglican church there in the corner, they have such an active youth group indeed, and they're putting on the youth sport Jamboree. And joining me this morning as we look forward to what's coming up on Whit Monday is the president, Nathaniel Rudder, and the past president, Brendan Sargent. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you. So talk to me. We'll start with you, Nathaniel. What can we expect on Whit Monday, this coming Monday?
Well, you can expect a day of enjoyment, not just for the youth, but the adults. A day to come out, relax, and have a good time. There'll be various activities. There'll be some road tennis matches, some basketball shooting challenges. For the adults, there'll be a wine bar. So free health checks, mechanical bills. So the smaller children that will not be able to compete at the level they would like to compete at can still have a good time. So bring the family, bring everybody, the older ones, the younger ones, because it's fun for everyone. And relaxation for those who don't want to have fun.
But the value of sport, sport causes our bodies to move. And I'm sure that's part of the rationale behind this activity coming up.
Yes, sir. Exercise is important, and it's a bit hard for some people to get active and keep fit. But sport is fun. Sport isn't like going to the gym and sticking to your routine. You bring your friends, you come, you shoot, you run, you kick. Sport is enjoyment and activity. So you gotta exercise and some good social interactions, you'll just have a good time. You feel better.
Well put, Nathaniel. Brendan, I'm sitting and I'm thinking all the while, you know, these are two young men in the church who are part of the youth guild and the youth group of the church. And someone's watching and seeing these young faces are thinking, really, still got young men in church. What do you say to them?
I would say that people have the ideology that church is just about worship and it's primarily older folks, and parents or the older folks have to force the young people to go there. And when they hit a certain age, they don't come anymore. But we at Christ the King especially tend to focus on the youth development and encouraging young people to come out, because church is not all about just playing worship on a Sunday morning. So we have youth group on Friday at 7:30. We have Bible study and book Bible study and
Bible study.
Yeah, on
And others-
Saturday at 3, I believe, as well as a dance class for the young people on Saturday morning. We have Sunday school after church on Sunday after church.
So there's things that young people can get involved in, but it's not a case of I'm just sat there and somebody instructs me alone. It's interactive.
Yes,
and
correct.
It's fun.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
meeting your peers. You're literally among people who look like you, are like you. And so there's every reason to stay in the church as a young person, and especially as a young man. And what about you, Nathaniel? Why did you stay as a part of the group?
Well, I started going to church. I believe the usual experience for the young man. My grandmother would wake me up in the morning. You would dread it, church in the morning. Because as a child, church was quite boring to me. It was long and drawn out, but then you would see your friends and okay, it was okay this
Because my friends
Sunday.
were there.
Because my friends were there. And I remember when I was about 12 or so, the youth group was still as prominent as it is now, maybe even more then. So I always wanted to be involved in the activities because they looked like they were having fun.
Right.
So as a young person in church, seeing them having fun and being in church, it was interesting.
Yeah.
You want to do what's fun. You don't want to go to church and sit down and listen to the sermon, but they're having fun and they come every Sunday. So to at least be a part of that, I would come for the fun later on.
And so hearing it from the mouths of two young men should be sufficient to say to other young people, y'all got to come. You guys have to come to this sport jamboree. This sport jamboree is happening on Monday, this coming Monday, on the church grounds?
Yes. Yes. sir.
What times are we looking at here?
Well, the jamboree starts at 10, but the matches, the challenges, they're set times for each of them. But I would say to come out from 10 because there's no shortage of things to do.
And so now that we have a calendar of things to do, what are some of the other things that are going to be happening, Brendan?
You mean during the sports
During the
jamboree?
whole day.
Oh, we have basketball shooting contests. We also have contests with the road tennis. And it's basically kind of like a fair. So we have a train ride, the mechanical bull, helium balloons that you can purchase as well, and many other foods and different things that you can eat, have fun, music playing, different things like that. We also love to support our young trailblazers. So the Hibiscus Sports and Culture Foundation, that's a new foundation CEO'd by Crystal Tudor and Akili Hall. They recently started that foundation with the assistance of many others. And it's basically along the same lines of sports and bringing on young people to show them, let them utilize their skills and develop it as well. Because we all look about making it fun. So
it's going to be a fun day. It's a fun day. It's a sports day. It's a great day for all sorts of sporting activity in basketball, netball, road tennis. Any of you guys play road tennis? No. Pickleball matches as well. But there are also free health checks.
Yeah.
So folks are invited when you come, while you're having your sport as well, get to know your status, get to know what's going on with your health as well. So free health checks will be administered by other health professionals who are there.
Yes, definitely.
So it's a full day from 10 in the morning of fun, active engagement, and health checks as well. Food and drinks on sale?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, sir. There'll be a variety of food and drinks on sale, from hamburgers to chips, the snacks, the popcorn, ice cream. Whatever
I just
your
thought
heart
health checks
desires.
was like burgers and chips and everything else, but it's food that people eat, right?
Yes.
And that's the beauty of the whole thing. It's really a fun day, and it's a day for you to put aside all the other things that you're worrying about. It's a bank holiday after all on Monday. And so on Monday, you're going to Christ the King Church there at Rotundo. You cannot miss the location. We can see it from the road, and you will hear it from the road. You will know exactly where everyone else is assembled indeed. For children, there's something to do. For the adults, there's a lot to do, and a lot of things will also be on sale. So we really want you to come prepared to spend the day, spend the time, and get involved. For adults, how much money do we pay to come in?
$5.
Just $5.
Only $5.
That's all?
Yeah.
That is all.
Okay, and children?
Just $2.
This is so affordable. It's not funny.
Yeah.
It really isn't funny. So it's making it accessible. That's the whole point. So that everyone at any price point can come in and be a part of this as well. But you're benefiting in significant ways too with the free health checks. And you get an opportunity to just go around and explore all that's available. The mechanical bull. Have you ever ridden the mechanical bull?
Yes.
And? Didn't last more than 30 seconds. What about you?
You can adjust the level, and let's say
Really?
us older gentlemen, when you put it to all, you definitely don't last too long. But it's fun.
In other words, you didn't last very long, just so. So that's what happened to him as well. So there's a lot happening. If you've never played pickleball before, you get to see how the game is played. You get to play in the game as well. Road tennis, so bring your fitness levels. Netball shooting, so for the ladies, you can throw. Men play netball too, you know. And there's basketball as well. Cricket, you mentioned. Football.
There's futsal. There'll be a futsal tournament. Futsal, the indoor football. So, I know a lot of the young men in Barbados are very interested in football, so if you're interested in football, you can come out, make a team, and participate in the futsal matches that will be taking place. And football is always a good watch and good fun.
Got that right.
For those involved.
Beer Sport. Sport Jamboree. It's on Whit Monday on the grounds of Church of Christ the King at Rotundo. It starts at 10 in the morning and it will go right through the afternoon till about 5 or so. So you can spend some time. Food and drinks will be on sale. There are things for the children, for the entire family to do, the adult to the very young child. And so we want to commend this activity to you. We hope that you do turn up in your numbers in support of the Sport Jamboree on Whit Monday, this coming Monday, from 10 in the morning at the Church of Christ the King, Rotundo. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you, Brendan, as well. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And come meet these gentlemen as well, and the other young people of the church, and let them have a conversation and a level of engagement with you. You'll see why the church is still at work in its community. Thank you. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end. And what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Apologize to you. That's my fault. Now, I know you thought I had not remembered to riddle you this morning, Mecca's Sport. Listen, time for you now, even at this stage of the day, for you to call me on 228-5562 or 228-5563. I am so sorry. So anyway, here we go. Are you ready for my riddle right now? Get ready to call me and see if you can solve this one. I only lie down once in my life. That is when I die. So, what am I? I only lie down once in my life. That is when I die. So, can you tell me what am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Beverly and Monica and Gail and Gregory and all of you. See if you get through now. I only lie down once in my life when I die. What am I? I dare you to figure this one out. I know it's hard, and it's not a corpse. Don't bring that to me. 228-5562 or 228-5563. What do you have in your brain as you contemplate that question? I only lie down once in my life when I die. What am I? It is so simple, it's unbelievable. It is so simple, it is truly unbelievable. So what do you think is the answer? I only lie down once in my life when I die. What am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. I can hear you saying, Pearson, that is so hard. You are so right. I hear you, some of you saying, Pearson, that is easy. You are also right. But you need to call me and let me know if you're right. 228-5562 or 63. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good. I called you out. I called you out. So, how's the morning started for you?
It started well.
Good. I know breakfast.
I'm alive, so I could laugh.
Did you take time to give thanks for being alive?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Did you read one of those, or did you say one of those prayers as just a
I said my
recitation?
prayer this morning.
I didn't ask you that. This is my question. Did you just do a recitation of a prayer, or did you do a personal prayer that was never said by you before?
I do my personal prayer.
In other words, yes, Pearson, it's something I've been taught to say.
Yeah.
I know you, you know. I know when
Not really.
I'm telling you, that's how you people pray. I love your laugh. I just love it indeed. And breakfast is coming up after 8 o'clock, right?
It could be.
Oh, you're hungry.
You know, Pearson, but I doesn't feel like moving this morning.
So if you had to get up right now and eat something, is there anything accessible in the fridge or so that you can just, pull and eat?
Yeah. I could go and just get something to snack on.
What's in your fridge?
Well, my fridge? All sorts of things.
Like what?
Let me start with, I don't like hot dogs, so they got some of them in there. They got eggs, they got burgers.
What?
They got, other little things they couldn't.
You don't know what you have in your fridge.
I know, but
you are making up
I don't eat some of the things that in their Pierce. I just buy them for the people in the house, but I just don't eat them.
So if you had to buy, what would you buy for you to eat?
Me? I wear funny, I don't like any everything. I just try to use like fruits some morning, some cereal. And that'd be good for me. Some ginger tea, some sour sop, anything so.
Okay. So what were you feeling for this morning to eat?
That's the thing. That's why I move here, because I don't know. I know to drink a cup of tea, sour sop tea.
Fair enough. Listen, what's the answer, man?
Is it a bed?
A bed? Let me go. No, hold on. Don't rush the answer. I only lie down once in my life when I die. And you tell me a bed.
Yeah.
You ever see a bed die? Where was it buried?
Resting or sleeping in the bed when you die.
If the bed died, where was it buried?
Where was it buried? Throw it where?
It was cremated?
Throw it in the garbage.
You are so funny. You are so wrong.
Throw it in the garbage.
That's not the answer though, okay?
I got to try again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Keep coming, folks. Keep coming. The question is, I only lie down once in my life when I die. What am I? And a bed is not the answer. 228-5562 or 228-5563. See, I told you? This one is a little tricky. but you can solve this. I know you have the capacity to do so. And don't forget, suffer the little children to come on to me as well. Let them call, because sometimes they too have the answer. So let's listen to them too. I'm excited to hear when little young voices call. So don't be afraid, little ones. Call me. Remember, tomorrow you're going on a midterm break. So you have today to get this answer right. 228-5562 or 228-5563. I only lie down once in my life. When I die, my question to you is, what am I? There's a bit of a rhyme in there somewhere. And you can solve this for me right now. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Come, geniuses. Geniuses you are. Call me. Let me know what you think the answer is. Scratching your head, right? Scratching your head. Be careful. Be careful when you scratch your head what could happen. But nonetheless, keep trying. 228-5562 or 228-5562. I'm not moving from this question, so don't hope that I drop it and move on to something else. I can hear your brains. I can hear you. I can hear you in my head. So no. Pearson, give me another one there. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Pearson. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How do you do?
I am pretty okay.
No. Are you well or you're not well?
I am not well, but I am still trying to be okay.
Okay. And this not well will get better soon?
Yes.
Okay, good to hear. Are you on medication for this not well?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. Do you have to do exercise because of this not well?
No, I'm put on rest.
You're put on rest?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you preggy?
No.
You remember those days that people would ask you that question? Are you preggy? What are you laughing at? It's a fair question.
I've heard somebody use that word before.
In a long time. Yeah, in other words, I'm old-fashioned, as you can tell, at the core. All right, I'll forgive you. So, but you can get up and move still, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good to hear. Good to
Thank
hear.
you.
You just put my
Thank
mind
you.
at rest, indeed. So what's for breakfast?
I'm going to make a smoothie.
Why?
Why? I don't feel like eating anything too heavy, to be honest.
And is that generally you when you wake up in the morning, you eat something heavy?
No, I don't.
So, okay, but so generally it's a smoothie?
Yeah, and then maybe a little heavier meal closer to the noon.
Closer to the what?
Closer to noon.
Oh, like a brunchy kind of thing. So you don't drink anything warm when you wake up?
I may have some warm lemon water or green tea.
Oh, you fancy warm lemon water. I just have English breakfast tea. That's it. And some biscuits if necessary. Okay, you fancy enough. All right, so I wouldn't delay you any longer. What's your name or where you're watching from?
Sabrina from St. Michael.
Right, Sabrina of St. Michael. Sabrina, prove to me that you are smart, Sabrina. Do you know the answer?
I would like to say it's a battery.
Okay. I lie down once in my life when I die. So all its life, a battery is upright?
That's the only thing that had me thinking, but I could not think of anything it dies once other than a battery.
Okay, fair enough. Sabrina, it's only because you're not feeling well I'm going to be gentle with you. You're wrong. Okay? But thanks for trying.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And enjoy your smoothie. What smoothie are you making?
A banana mango.
Ooh, that doesn't sound bad at all, girl. You have anything else to add to it? Like
I usually put like barley powder and maca root.
Who?
Maca.
Never heard of it. What is that?
It's like a tuber, like cassava, but it has a more distinctive flavor.
Like a sweet? Is it savory?
No, it's not. It's not sugary, but it has a
like a watery
almost
taste?
almost like a sour milk kind of flavor.
Oh, you can have that by yourself. Thank you. Here. But if you're doing cucumber and ginger, you got me.
That's my favorite. I love to make those.
There's nothing more refreshing, I think, other than Mobby, cucumber and ginger. For real.
With a splash of lemon.
Well, you add these things to your... What are you messing it up for?
No, you must try it with the lemon.
I know.
Elevate it.
Oh, that's what you call it. I'm not so bold.
Lemon can't put you wrong. You go ahead with your lemon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much,
Have a
okay?
great day.
Have a good day, Samantha. You too. Thank you very much. Sabrina. I keep changing people's names. I don't know why. Anybody else can answer me? Come. 228-5562. As you can tell, I'm harmless. I truly am harmless. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Sometimes I don't even know what pops into my head, but I just say it. Good morning. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to hear. Who's calling and where are you watching from?
I'm watching from St. Michael, but I'm not telling my name.
Why? Why? You don't know my name?
Yeah, of course.
Because I
know
tell you every morning, don't I?
Yeah.
So what's your name?
Monica Todd.
Monica, you don't have to give me the last one, but as if you give it to me, Miss Todd.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. So how's your morning so far?
It's good.
Oh, wonderful to hear. What makes your morning so good so far?
I'm alive. I get up. I say my prayers. I ask God. I thank God for another day.
How much time did you spend talking to God this morning? 2 minutes.
Could be about 4.
4 minutes? But you don't necessarily keep a time watch, on this, right?
No.
So sometimes you could find yourself talking to God for the whole day.
Yeah. Throughout the day.
Oh, space it out throughout the day. Right, Miss Todd. Yeah. So, let me hear you now. What's the answer?
A flower. Is it a flower?
I only lie down once in my life when I die. What am I? A flower?
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought. What should I say to you?
I don't know.
What would you want me to say to you? What would you want me to say to you, Monica?
That is true.
That's what you would want?
Yeah.
That's not what I want.
Okay.
So what would I now say to you, Monica?
It's not true.
I said to you, you're wrong. Come on, talk like Pearson, man. But thank you for calling, all right? Have a great day.
You too.
Right,
and you inspire me to get up every morning to listen to watch the show.
Bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay, bye-bye.
But I ask you, Monica.
Yeah.
I only ask one thing of all of you. Share the show and bring someone else with you.
I always do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it, as the Americans would say. Appreciate it. 228-5562 or 228. I can do this the whole day, right? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Call me now. Let me know if you know the answer. I only lie down once in my life when I die. What am I? So far, none of you has been able to get it right, and I like that. I can't wait for one of you to get it right because I also like that. 228-5562 or 228-5563. I only lie down once in my life when I die. Until then, I want you to tell me, what am I? What is this thing that only lies down once in its life and that's when it's dead? What is it? What is it? It's not the battery. It's not a flower. There are some other options. I can't remember all of them now, but, what is it? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? 228-5562 or 228-5563. I did ask yesterday about what's going on in St. Lucie. I've not heard a single one of you. I don't like that. So if you can, from St. Lucie as well, pick up the phone and give me a call. Let's prove to the rest of Barbados that, hey, we got smart brains down there too. So come, let's do this. 228-5562 or 63. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, could you turn off the TV a little bit? Don't listen to the TV, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right, good. What's your name? Karen?
Yeah, my name is Karen, yeah.
Hi, Karen, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Where are you watching from?
Christchurch.
Christchurch, Karen of Christchurch. All right, Karen. I think you know the answer.
Yes, please.
What's the answer?
Yeah, I'm going to Lord.
Yeah, so what's the answer, Karen?
A coffin.
Karen, stop. You're making me laugh, for real. Why do you say so?
Because they don't want in your life. That's a coffin. And you was talking about going down the grave not too long.
You mind what I say? Okay. I only lie down once in my life, the coffin. So if the coffin is not lying down, where's the coffin? What's the coffin doing?
Just rest. resting.
Resting where? How? By Carrie, you wrong, man.
Are you wrong?
Yes. Unbelievable, right? But you're so wrong. Thank you, here?
Okay.
All right, good. Boy, do you bring such joy to me. I'm serious. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Somebody has to get this right. I mean, Kadir, this one can't be that hard. I only lie down once in my life when I die. Okay, let's do this again. Morning, Monica.
Morning, Pearson.
So you had time to get away and sit down and think, right?
Yes.
Let me hear you.
She said a flower, but I think it's a tree. Because the tree stands tall, and it only lay down when it died, and let it up and the ground fall down.
You're ready to laugh, Monica. Because you know how ludicrous that sounds, right?
No. A tree that stands tall, and it's only lay down when it died.
Somebody just said a coffin. Why is that impossible?
A coffin don't stand tall. A tree that stands tall.
I only lay down once in my life when I die. You say it's a
tree.
A tree.
Yes. And we living it up in the air for time it fall down like that.
Let me think about that just a little while longer, see if that makes any sense at all.
Yes, Pearson, it makes sense to me.
Monica, that's the best answer you could think of right now?
Yes, Pearson.
Okay. All right, Monica, you're right. It's a tree. Well done, well done. You worked hard. You worked hard for that one. Go and drink some pap.
I know I got to drink some ginger tea.
No
I
problem.
get this so I drink ginger now.
Thank you, Monica. Thanks a lot.
Take care. Have a good day.
You too, you too.
Bye-bye.
Cheese on Brothers. We're taking a break. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 6 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock, and you may or may not know that the Caribbean Tourism Organization's Caribbean Week is ongoing in New York City. It's now day 3, as a matter of fact, and there was a big moment that happened. That's when they're celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Jamaica Tourist Board, 70 years in the business indeed. And at that occasion, their minister, Jamaica's Minister of Tourism, Edward Bartlett, addressed that crowd. He later was receiving a special honor from Barbados Minister of Tourism, who is also the chair of the Council of Ministers of Commissioners of Tourism, along with some other dignitaries as well. But a speech he made to a very enthusiastic crowd. Let's take a look.
Happy birthday. Nobody doesn't want me to sing. Anyway, happy birthday, JTB. One more year from now. If I could quickly invite or SG from CTO to make CTOs, actually chairman of CTOs, accompanying SG. Minister of Tourism for Barbados, welcome to the stage, and we have a special person. Please do. Good evening to all of you. First of all, let me say congratulations to the Jamaica Tourist Board on your 70th anniversary. I'm so happy and proud to be here to celebrate not only with the Jamaica Tourist Board, but with my brother from another mother, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett. Let me also say to you that 70 years has been a remarkable journey for Jamaica. It's not only a journey that helped to build the hospitality sector within Jamaica, but through the Jamaica Tourist Board, the branding that you've undertaken has taken Jamaica globally. And by doing so, you brought along a number of other Caribbean destinations with you, because when people think about Jamaica, they also know the Caribbean. And when they hear about the Caribbean, they also know about St. Vincent, they also know about St. Lucia, they also know about Belize, they also know about Martinique, they know about a number of other countries within the region. And that is what you have done. So I really want to say to the Jamaica Tourist Board, and to you, Donovan, for your outstanding leadership, not only with the Jamaican Tourist Board, I might add, but also with the Caribbean Tourism Organization. So it's not a night for long speeches, but on behalf of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, indeed, the Council of Ministers and Commissioners of Tourism, and some of whom are present with us, including our dear friend from St. Vincent, the Minister responsible for tourism, who's here with us tonight. I want to extend heartfelt congratulations to the Jamaica Tourist Board. I want to say to you, continue to be that beacon, that light that shines across the Caribbean. And all that you've done to build up your infrastructure, to build hotels. There's one thing I can say that is at the fundamental core of your development, and that is the people. And you've heard part of the story tonight. And I will say, not only because he's here on stage with me tonight, that the Honorable Ed Barber has done a tremendous job in developing tourism in Jamaica. He's been truly, and I'm happy that you were able to allow us within CTO and the Caribbean to have a part of it. He's been one advocate for the Caribbean.
The one that represent the people of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love. We wanna feel Jamaica. Love, love, love. The one that represent the people of Jamaica. Represent peace.
So there you go, that big celebration marking the 70th anniversary of the Jamaica Tourist Board in New York as part of the CTO Caribbean Week. And so congratulations indeed. As you would have seen, Minister Ian Gooding-Edghill, Barbados Minister of Tourism, who is also the chair of the Council of Ministers and Commissioners of Tourism. He, along with Donna Regis Prosper, who is the Secretary General of the CTO, and the Director of Tourism of Jamaica, Mr. Donovan White, made that presentation. Busy Signal wrapped it all up beautifully. That's a full experience of the Caribbean in New York. We're taking a break. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at news now. The Princess Margaret Secondary School is closed today to facilitate an urgent meeting with teachers and staff. That meeting starts at 9 this morning. However, students scheduled to sit the CXC examinations are still required to attend their exams. The closure follows recent reports highlighting serious concerns about student behavior towards teachers. A news release by the Ministry of Educational Transformation notes that although the ministry was informed of two separate incidents by the school's principal on the 30th of May and again on the 2nd of June, the full extent of the challenges of teachers only became apparent yesterday through the local media. The tissue culture lab, seen as a game changer in the local agricultural sector, is set to be completed sooner than expected. Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security Indar Ware and the firm hired to get the job done say the construction of the lab is ahead of the projected November date of completion. Anesta Henry visited that location. She files this report.
Work is in progress at the site where the tissue culture lab is being constructed at the Home Agricultural Station, Curtin, St. Philip. And once there are no interruptions from Mother Nature this hurricane season, the multi-million-dollar structure is on course to be completed by September, a couple months ahead of schedule. Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security Indar Ware says by the end of the year, the island will have a fully functional lab.
Once we get those structures up, then they're looking at completing by the end of September so that we will have the tissue culture lab available to us. This has been long in coming, I must confess. I think we started to speak about this about 2 years ago. So the fact now that we're actually seeing it in real time is going to be a reality this year. And I am pleased to note now that we can start to deliver on our promise to put measures in place to adapt, mitigate, and build resilience in a climate crisis that is definitely very, very much upon us. And so I'm pleased to note this, and we can now go about our business of providing clean planting material for our farmers in Barbados.
Minister Ware says once the construction work has been completed, the next step will be to install equipment and other fittings required to make the lab fit for purpose.
And that's the reason why I'm saying that we're ahead of schedule with the structures, but we still have to complete the installation of the equipment in the lab. And I would imagine that will come forward by a month to October, and therefore we should be good to go in October.
However, Minister Ware is cautioning that because the hurricane season is upon us, there is a high possibility that the completion date could be changed.
And I'm saying this because we must admit that we are currently in our hurricane season, and we have no control over whether or not, we will be impacted by any storm or hurricane. So that is a variable that we have to throw in there so that people don't get the impression that we are operating loosely. So if all other things are equal, then we should be able to meet our targeted deadline.
Ayan Kayahan, who's the project manager of Navigator International, a company which specializes in sprung technology, says he is pleased with the progress being made.
Beginning of August, when we receive that structure, we will start immediately to installation, and all team is ready now here. Some of them is work outside. It will finish in a 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and we will keep them. When we receive the structure, we will start immediately the installation.
The new facility is expected to become a critical arm of the island's agricultural capacity and improve yields. The cost of this phase of the project is approximately $25 million. Onesta Henry, CBC News.
Let's look at sports now. West Indies team continues to struggle in the United Kingdom after the men were whitewashed by hosts England in their one-day international series. The Windies women were on the receiving end of a crushing 143-run defeat in their second last evening, which gave the hosts the series win with one match left to play. Opting to bat first at Leicester, England women racked up 366 for 6 in their 50 overs. Both openers Tammy Beaumont and Amy Jones registered centuries. Jones led with 129, inclusive of 24s, while Beaumont scored 106 with 12 fours and a 6 in a 202-run partnership. Aliyah Aline took 2 for 52 and Karishma Rambarak took 2 for 57. Now in reply, the Windies women, playing without the injured skipper Hayley Matthews, were bowled out for 223 in 45.4 overs. Opener Riala Grimman made a spirited 53 with 2 sixes to her ODI debut, and Janelia Glasgow added an entertaining 44 from 24 balls as the hosts took an unassailable 2-0 lead. We'll take a look now at the highlights.
Prepare for power outages by charging cell phones and electronics and setting your refrigerator and freezer to their coldest settings. That hurricane tip was brought to you with the compliments of General Accident Insurance Company Barbados Limited. Future-proof your tomorrow.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, What makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
10 minutes after 7 o'clock, I did tell you that there is a forum coming up in July, towards the end of July, in Grenada. And it is one for everyone. And you will hear more about that right now as we introduce you to the Acting Regional Chief Operating Officer of Afrexim Bank, the Caribbean office, Mr. Okechukwu Ihejirika. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
As close as possible.
I will score you 100%.
Good to see you, and welcome to the Caribbean to begin with. Let's talk a little bit about ACTIF. That's the name, the acronym given to this. It's a trade and investment forum that allows movement of business and ideas between ourselves and the African continent. Why is the Afrexim Bank engaged in this way in the Caribbean?
Absolutely. I mean, wonderful introduction to the event. Afrexim Bank is interested in this because the area of fostering trade between Africa and the Caribbean has not received any attention at all. So we need to bring that up. And that was the idea behind the creation of the Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum, which is a platform created in conjunction with the governments that have signed up to the Afrexim Bank agreement at the time to create an avenue for discussion on key issues relating to the two regions, including how to boost business, how to potentially form a more Africa-Caribbean business council, which is going to be helpful. How to talk about improving A and C connectivity between the region, and also how to get the government officials and policymakers to look more into creating an enabling environment to boost trade between the two regions. So that's the overall objective of this event, to make sure we create a platform for business-to-business engagement, networking, and foster investment collaborations between Africa and the Caribbean.
It's not the first time this event is happening. It happened in Barbados in 2022, and we recall that very fondly. And so, some years later now, how do you assess the benefits that have been derived from this kind of arrangement?
So interestingly, Barbados became an entry point for a very important event. So we think this has panned out so well. The foundation, you are absolutely correct, was built in Barbados in 2022 when the first Active was held, where we saw a lot of exchanges. I think deals worth over $2 billion was signed at that event, with attendance of over 1,200 people. Interestingly, a lot of the people who came in from the continent to Barbados for that event had actually found a way to come back on their own because they saw what are the opportunities there. And for us, this is a win-win situation because it's now exposing or showcasing the potentials that exist between Africa and the Caribbean, what can be derived from increased interaction between these two regions. So the events have evolved. So the next event took place in Guyana in 2023, and we got about 1,300 participants as well, mostly from the continent, with deals worth over 500 million signed. And then last year in the Bahamas, we had the same event as well in Nassau, Bahamas, where we had a record attendance of up to 4,000 people. And that's simply because the event was also combined with the flagship Afrexim Bank annual meetings, so which held in the region for the first time. So look at how the trajectory has moved on. So it's it shows increased interest between Africa and this region, so a lot more are happening. So we had over 4,000 people attending that event in Bahamas last year. Now this year we're having the 4th edition in St. George's, Grenada, between 28th and the 29th of July. And it promises to be a big event as well, because, I mean, with the successes recorded in terms of the number of deals signed, in terms of attendance, we expect that something similar is also going to happen in St. George's.
So there must be something different or something even more from the last 4. And so let's talk a little bit about what one can expect on the 20th and 29th of July when we visit St. George's, Grenada to be a part of this year's forum. What's different or even what's better?
Well, we're carrying on with the tradition. So the idea is the 3 previous editions, we had to get a charter flight to bring in people from Africa here. So there'll be a large contingent coming in. So it will be an opportunity for Caribbean businesses to come in and interact with the visiting delegation from Africa. So that's the first and the primary objective. That business-to-business networking interaction opportunity, that's what we see happening. The next, of course, is that we have lined up a suite of discussion forums, and topics which are relevant to the conversation that we're having about improving Africa-Caribbean relationship. There'll be conversations around how to boost tourism, how to get access to market, and so on. And these are all important issues. And what's more is the fact that we will have in the same room business people, government officials, and policymakers. So if you look at the people who come in, these are the who. We talk about the who is who in the business cycle. So that means whatever is discussed, we have an element of finality. Because we carefully select topical issues that are relevant, we believe that once discussed and agreed, we should be able to see immediate traction. And that's why I'm saying that, of course, previous edition, because this is talking to issues that everybody believes needs to be addressed. Everybody believes needs to get attention on. Most of the time we discuss issues and then we see immediate traction, from the things that will happen afterwards.
So who's this for? Because you talked about government officials, the people who are decision makers, who are the movers and shakers of business in principle. But is it also trickled down to other people who are part of that ecosystem who can also be a part of it?
Absolutely, it's for everyone. So we want the business people to be there. The SMEs, we have a lot to benefit from. And of course, that sector we have special interest in. In fact, in Bahamas last year, we brought in a lot of SMEs to come in and attend some of the events that we had, which is geared towards getting access to market. So you might be doing it on a smaller scale here without knowing that there are possibilities for you to actually have a larger market once you have your product, effectively displayed at such event, or once you come into a discuss. There'll be investors coming in, so there are people also who have ideas who should come in and pitch them out there for potential investors, potential partners to work with them. There are also those who are doing research who are interested in information on how the trade is progressing between the two regions, because of course currently we talk about the abysmal numbers of less than 1% of trade happening between Africa and the Caribbean. So currently we're talking about from the Caribbean, export to Africa is about 290 million, and import from Africa is about 300 and something $million. So that is low. We project based on the ITC projection that this should reach up to about 1.8 billion by 2028. So where else do we hold conversations that can foster this? It's only in events like this, and we believe it will achieve that purpose.
It's a trade and investment forum, so it's an opportunity for us to sit, discuss, we pitch, we hear responses, we could perhaps sign a deal at that same point. And so for anyone who sees themselves benefiting from this, how do we need to register? How do we register if we do?
Yeah, so the event has a website. www.active2025. So that's where you get all the information related to the event, including where to register, where to stay, and potentially also to see who is coming, so that what we advise is actually to start booking meetings ahead of time. Right. You also get a view on what's on the agenda, topics for discussion. These are all topical issues. Of course, we do have heads of state who will come in and who will lead conversation in certain areas. We do have topics related to the A and C connectivity challenges that we are facing and how to solve it. Right, so you'll be able to see all that, and then come prepared, more like to be able to be active in playing a role in Active 2025.
I mean, why not play on the word, right?
Yes,
indeed.
Exactly.
2 days chock full of benefits. That's the way I see it, for both sides of the relationship, whether it is from the African continent or from the Caribbean. And so if you want to see your products, your services move across the waters to bring benefit to thousands more, perhaps millions more, this trade and investment forum is for you. If you want to receive product and services coming out of Africa because you see the benefit to your development and to your business as well in the region, this is also for you. Just go to the website we are sharing with you now on the screen. You can see what the registration form simply looks like, whether you're attending as a participant or as self-funded media. All of us, we're all invited to be a part of it indeed, because the information that we mine from this helps to empower citizens and businesses in our respective communities indeed. And so it's a good one. It adds value to the value chain as well. And so that's the mission from this, as I see it. And so we're looking forward to welcoming everybody the 28th and 29th of July, St. George's, Grenada. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else you want to share to ensure that our audiences and the people who you're approaching really do get to be teased enough to want to be?
Definitely, we have a lot of interest. I mean, registration so far, looking at the numbers, is very encouraging. So that means there's an overwhelming interest, both from Africa and the region, to replicate the benefits that they've seen in previous editions. So this particular one won't be an exception. It is a tradition that has now been instituted, of course, firmly rooted from Barbados. Through the support of Prime Minister Motley, we were able to hold the first edition. Yes. And we have seen a lot of values, follow up, some of which will include the fact that now I'm sitting here in Barbados because we have a regional office in Barbados. Last March, we set up, or we did the groundbreaking for our office complex, which is going to be about $180 million US investment in Barbados. So that's value. We have a lot of deals that have already been signed as well within the region. So follow up to the seed planted in 2022 here. Deals announced, most of which also benefited entities in Barbados, because we are looking at a lot of tourism projects here. We've also supported some on the creative side, because when you hosted the Cricket World Cup, we were very much there to support the government as well. And not just Barbados, we also have deals in other regions, in various sectors, including energy. We had just recently announced $500 million in Suriname. So these are all brainchild of the first seed that was sold. Wow. So that means together, working hand in hand, definitely we also have a lot more on the package for all of us, and we need to be there to encourage this event.
That's a fantastic summation. Thank you so very much. Okechukwu Ihejirika, who is the Acting Regional Chief Operating Officer of Afrexim Bank, inviting us to the upcoming ATIF in Grenada, the July 28th and 29th this year. You need to go online and make your registration complete as soon as possible. You just heard for yourself that registration is already looking quite good, and so don't miss out on this opportunity indeed for this meaningful relationship between ourselves and the African continent indeed. So that's the website to which you go. You will see the registration form, complete it, and get going to Grenada. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Okay. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Barbados! The Nikki Barbados and the Barbados Museum present Panaz the Story, a gripping documentary film featuring the 10-year musical journey of Panaz, the live musical sounds of the Naniki Kaiso Jazz Collective. This Sunday, June 8th, at the Barbados Museum. Showtime 7 p.m. General admission $150 includes complimentary hors d'oeuvres and cocktails. Tickets available at Barbados Museum and all Ticket Nation outlets or online at ticketnation.bb. Thanks to our partners, the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation and Carib Brewery.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I'm having a ball this morning because I'm joined by my good friends from the House of SOCA. That's right, the semi-finalists for this year's Junior SOCA, just Junior Calypso competition is out. And so joining me from the House of SOCA, we have Josh Ox. He's getting taller. He has not stopped growing. Hey, Josh, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah. That's life. That's life. It happens from time to time, right? Indeed. And he's brought along with him also Miss Ellis. Good morning, Miss Ellis. How are you doing?
Barbados.
You're not cold as well, are you?
I am very.
Girl, be in the sun. Just change your thinking. And of course, the woman who's always ready to put not two pans together as she's dancing. Sharon Kiruhoy, who manages the House of SOCA.
Yes.
Good to have you as well, Sharon.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And it's so good you brought along these two youngsters who are already into the semi-finals.
Yes.
And I mean, I met some others as well.
Oh, well, you know, you talk about exceptional youth, so...
There we go.
So I decided I'll come along so I get younger.
I wish it worked like that for real.
It doesn't work like that.
I must be a baby by now with half these exceptionals. And so, Josh, you came back from Trinidad. Yeah. Trinidad grounded you in a lot of what you also knew about not crop of a law, but calypso and the art of performance and those kinds of things. Right. How much of that influenced what you're doing this year?
I would say that influenced almost everything, from my song to my performance to the arrangement, everything.
Right.
It was just a very eye-opening experience to really go to the place where it all started.
Yeah. And to learn from that. So what are you doing this year? You're in the Calypso or the SOCA?
I'm in the SOCA category.
Back in there, yeah, Josh boy.
Yeah.
And so we've seen you grow up, literally before our very eyes. Came in as this little young boy, and now he's this big, tall man. And so you're competing in SOCA again. Yeah. What's your song?
Heating Up.
Ooh, Heating Up. Yeah. I can almost guess what it's about. What is it about?
I want you to take a guess.
Jeez, Aubrey. No, you tell me. Remember, you don't ask me questions.
So, the song is about everything is getting hot this year.
Yeah.
Outside hot, the streets
Global
hot,
warming.
prices hot.
Ooh.
And basically, we still enjoying ourselves. We coming out on the road, we partying still, but we spreading positivity too. We don't want any violence, no altercations, no problems, anything. Left on your bad behavior, bring out your good behavior, and we on the road to have fun.
Wow, Josh, that's fantastic. I mean, the concept alone, you've just explained it, sounds like a social commentary to begin with, but it's a party song.
Yeah.
And so who's worked on you with not just crafting the lyrics, but also in crafting the other bits, the music side to it as well, the production?
Well, I've had a lot of help with that song, mainly from Brian London, and the host the SOCA team as well. Big thank you to Mr. Ron and Gideon as well. I think GMS Productions, he helped me a lot with that, the production side.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Jeez, Aubrey. You ready, Josh?
Of course.
I mean, this crown is yours, right?
Yeah.
There we go. I like the confidence, Sharon. I love the confidence indeed.
Positivity all the way.
Love it. And that's what you've been doing. You've been building this at the House of SOCA. And,
Yes.
and what I love this year is that there's a House of SOCA Juniors.
That's correct.
What happened there? How did that come about?
Well, that was a developmental program. Now, if you really think about it, the ones that we had before, Saruel, Kwan, Doyen, they are all in their, they ain't gonna want me to say it, but they're in their 30s.
Yes.
So you got to have another legacy coming up. So the juniors, we have the 7-year-olds, so you have AJ, you have Rainbow, and you're going up to 18. So you have up to Miss Alice is 18. So she has a nice step from here now, next year, into the big arena.
Wow, I just like the developmental process that you've developed there in the House of SOCA. It's phenomenal. I know there's an event coming up soon as well. We will showcase the juniors.
Yes.
What's that?
Well, the first event will be on the opening of House of SOCA. They'll get a chance, not on full stage, but in the intermission for persons to see the junior element, because they're sponsored by Sandy Lane Trust, they're sponsored by COB. So it's a chance for the sponsors to come out and see them as well. But their show is July the 11th. Now, it was pushed back from the 5th to the 11th because it's a school, it's the end of school, they're your juniors. It's all about bringing out school children to see school children and actually having that experience. Because as I always say, Quinn says to me, you know, everybody's not going to be a doctor, a lawyer.
Yes.
You can still do that as well. But if you have talent, we've nurtured it and you come out and see it.
Wow, the 11th of July.
Yes.
11th, I just love it. I love it if you've given them their own space, their own
space to
platform, their
shine.
own thing.
Yes.
Beautiful indeed. Miss Ellis.
Yes, please.
Is this your first time?
It is. Sadly, my last as well.
That's all right, because you're going into the big ones next
Yes,
time.
please.
So what caused you this year to put your feet into the water?
Well, I was performing at school, the law school, and a peer of mine, Deontay, he actually was in the competition as well, and he encouraged me to join. So,
Because he heard something in you.
Yes.
And saw something in you.
Yes, please.
What was it that you were doing that caused him to pay attention to you?
showcasing my talent, singing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And you think you're pretty good?
I am.
But you know you
very-
can sing any song, but when you sing soca or when you sing calypso, there's a totally different approach.
I know.
What are you entering in the calypso or the soca category?
The calypso section.
Ooh, no, that requires a different measure of phrasing. You ready for
Yes,
this?
I am.
Who have you been working with?
The House of SOCA team, of course, my mom, and I have been working with, what's his name? Dre.
With Dre.
Andre.
All right. Some of the best in the industry. And so, did you have a hand in writing your song?
Sadly, no. Andre Innes is the one that wrote the song for me.
So for next year, you will have a hand in writing your song, right?
For sure. I'm looking
Is there
forward to it.
anyone who you pattern your performance after?
I would say I really like, what's her name? Terry Leons. She's very
Terry
amazing.
from Trinidad?
Yes, please. I love her performances.
Why? What about them?
She just brings the energy. She's very out there. When she steps on stage, she is just really, really fun to watch her.
Have you
I
ever
really
seen
like her.
Singing Sandra? The late, great, dare I say?
No,
Have you ever seen Singing Francine? The late, great, dare I say? I could go on and on. But you know, Sharon, part of the development as well for these is to expose them not just to the current, but to the past.
Indeed.
So it roots them in what the idiom is.
Yes. So we'll get a chance just after, because you know right now they're in, these folks here are pre-competition mode.
Yes.
So, I mean, you've asked, I was thinking that just now she was going to battle out something, because she can sing a cappella.
I'm coming to her. Yeah, I forget her. I just want to warm her up. I warm up that voice.
Yeah.
So, knowing now that you're ready to belt a cappella, yes, Miss Ellis, belt a cappella. What are you going to sing for me from your song? What's the name of the song?
It starts with the family.
It starts with
Yes,
starts with the
please.
family. Important subject area as well. You ready?
Yes, please.
1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know the solution for all of this gun violence. I know my results can butt up enough resistance. I studied like I was studying for CXE. And the answer so easy that a blind man could see. You foolishly come up with all kinds of excuses to cover the truth and hide it away every day. Day by day, another young man this country loses. And recently, a 13-year-old gets sprayed. What's happened to love that gone out through the door? And it's sad because they don't know God no more. We find it real convenient to blame things that's irrelevant. And to me, it just isn't making sense. When you're blaming the police force, you're blaming the magistrate courts, you're blaming the teachers that take a lot of the strain. You're blaming them at customs, you're blaming the politicians.
You're blaming.
You even start to blame the minister Corey Lane. You refuse to acknowledge the truth that the family failing we youth. It all starts at home, within your household. I am sure that you all would agree that it starts with the family.
Woohoo, Miss Ellis.
Thank you.
Crown this woman here right away. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful tone.
Yes.
She understands her message, so she's able to deliver it in that way that communicates with the people. And I like the movements. Even though you're sitting, you know, and that is brilliant. And so, Sharon, you've got a good cast.
Indeed.
You've got a great cast, as a matter of fact. Great things are expected of both of you. Josh, you want to say a little piece? Oh, no, you don't have to. Okay.
Just gonna give some backstory first, because normally I would say so hot when you're saying it hot is an understatement. So I had to go for a different language. You know, we speak in Patois. We had to say bagay show.
Okay.
So I want to hear bagay show.
Bagay show.
Right.
Okay.
So that means things hot in Creole.
Gotcha.
Right. So bagay show, show, things hot, hot. Sing bagay show. Bagay show, things hot, hot. Getting on bad, no behavior, I'll be back. Terminator, bubble, like soda. You ready to mash up crop over? I went paint facts, wet facts, 4 day, and everything in between. We outside, forget the screen, crop over, think how you really mean. I get a wine at a SOCA party. Long season, bring your energy. Any fat just to get it started. When it come, I'm gonna be broken hearted. Because I feeling the heat, feel it, things heating up. Feel it, I feeling the heat. Yeah, we ready to blaze a fire. I feeling the heat, feel it, things heating up. feeling the heat. Yeah, we ready to blaze a fire, burn them, burn out a bad mind, burn them and leave them behind.
I got you, man. I got you, my guy. Show. Indeed, and so it's great. These are just semi-finalists, you know, finalists, but you feel like finals already.
Yes.
They are competition ready, Sharon.
Yes, thank you.
And so I'm looking forward to more great things from the House of SOCA.
Yes, indeed.
You're starting
15th of June.
15th of June.
Father's
next
Day.
weekend.
That's next weekend at our home base, Derek Smith.
Right.
And the junior show, as I said, is the 11th at
June.
Derek Smith as well.
Great. Derek Smith, we can't miss this.
No.
Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you, Miss Ellis.
Thank you.
And thank you, Miss White.
Thank you.
Indeed, thank you all indeed. Great work from these youngsters indeed in the House of SOCA. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Got a lot to get to, but I got to tell you about this one. The Cava Foundation is having a big family event coming up real soon. To tell me a lot more about this ultimate family fun day is a very, very familiar face to all of us, Lizelle Daisley. Lizelle, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
Too much time has gone by since we last saw each other.
Yes, way too much.
Let's not have that happen again.
Never.
Indeed. So what's coming up?
Okay, so next week, Saturday, which is the 14th of June, Cava Foundation is teaming up with Christchurch South under the patronage of Senator Dr. Chantal Munro Knight to host the Ultimate Family Fun Day. And that's going to happen at the Dover Playing Field, Dover Christchurch, from 3 p.m. until 9 p.m. Lots of activities, lots of fun.
So what makes it the ultimate family event?
So it's ultimate because everything that we're putting on is ultimate. We're going to have an ultimate kids zone. So there's going to be a supervised kids zone, the usual jumping tents, but we're also going to have some old-fashioned games that you and I would have played growing up.
Yes.
Because we want there to be lots of fun, laughter. We want them to experience some of those old-time games like hopscotch and so on and so forth. Lots of activity. We're also going to have health checks for those persons who want to have their blood pressure, blood sugar, and so on. We're also doing six-a-side football competition, so there's friendly competition as well. We're also teaming up with Mega Power and their Radara trucks. So we're going to have a truck pulling competition.
Whoa.
So you can come out and attempt to pull the truck across the finish line. And we're going to have, different fitness competitions as well. In addition to all of that, there's going to be lots of food and drinks to keep people, well refreshed and hydrated. We're also going to be having a pop-up market. So we want to incubate entrepreneurship. So the pop-up market is absolutely free for entrepreneurs. I know that's something that's unheard of because we want to foster that community spirit and encourage entrepreneurship. People can sign up on the Cava Foundation Instagram. There's the registration form in the bio link that they can click on as well.
Just want to make sure you get the spelling right, folks. Pay close attention to this when you go on Insta, that you know exactly where you're going. Spell the Cava for us.
QAVAH .foundation on Instagram.
Simple Simon met the pieman. QAVAH .foundation, to spell that word on Insta. And the registration form is in there if you're an entrepreneur and you want to be a part of the entrepreneur pop-up. at the event as well, then there is space for you. There's time for you to register because the event is next weekend, next week, Saturday
3 till 9.
Dover playing field from 3 in the afternoon. It's a family event.
And lots of prizes, prizes for the adults, prizes for the children, and because the next day is Father's Day, there'll also be prizes for fathers.
Good.
Yes, because there's going to be father-son competition as well. Yeah, really sweet.
I mean, we don't only pull trucks.
No.
We also have fun as well. So bring the entire family. And it's a wonderful way, you're right, to celebrate Daddy.
Yes.
And, you know, Daddy deserves his celebration too.
Absolutely.
So come down to Dover on Saturday next. It's a free event, so you're coming for free. It's an open playing field. You come, find your space to park, not on the field, but you are there immersing yourself in all of this.
Yes.
And it's all of this to benefit the family.
Yes, and the community. We want to encourage, you know, our visitors to the island to come out because, you know, where we are is a catchment area for tourists. So they can come and experience the local art and craft, local entertainment. You know, we'll have DJs as well to entertain us throughout the day.
It's a full immersive event. And so we want you to come in your totality. And let's do. And while you're there, support the entrepreneurs as well. So walk with some cash, not just to buy food, but to buy pieces from the entrepreneurs who are going to be a part of that entrepreneurs village. So entrepreneurs, don't forget Cava.Foundation on Instagram. You need to go right now and register for your space.
Free space.
Free space. Free. Registration is absolutely free. And there's an ample space. So you can do your business right there. You have a captive audience who shall be there, the full family. All involved right at Dover next week Saturday, and there you go. So we wish you well in all of that.
Thank you.
I know you yet, but we wish all of them very well in their endeavors indeed. And so sports is going to be a part of it.
Important, yes, because we want to bring out the young men and young women because we're going to have females on the football team as well. So it's a holistic approach, you know. We want to include men and women, foster the community spirit, you know, excitement. Because it's 6-a-side football, the games are going to be short and the excitement will be there, you know, because they're on a schedule to win. So it's going to be lots of excitement, lots of activities. As I mentioned, there's going to be DJ music and food, drinks, and the competitions in between, you know, making it fun and exciting.
I have not played hopscotch in so long.
Nor have I.
What about skipping? Have you done skipping?
I have not skipped in a long time.
You remember Chinese skip?
Yes.
Make sure someone does Chinese skip next Saturday here.
I don't even remember if I
You used to take your mother's stocking, you know, and cut it up and you made that rope and you did your Chinese skip. It was really, really fun.
I think we're going to have ropes that we purchased. Okay. I don't think we're making any
don't destroy
skipping ropes with stockings.
But this is about building community, building families, supporting Daddy, making Daddy feel even more special. But most of all, it's active aging.
Yes.
Because we're actively engaged in the games and we're building up our bodies as we go as well, which is so critical to today's development.
Yeah, and with the fitness competition, there are going to be, you know, all different types of fitness competitions in addition to the pulling the truck. So we want people to come and register for that. The fitness competition will start at 5 p.m. on the day, and the registration will close off at 4:30 on the day. So, you know, come out and show your muscles and show you how strong you are.
Yeah, boys.
And as I mentioned, lots and lots of prizes, because, you know, you deserve it. If you're able to pull a truck over a finish line, you deserve to get a prize.
Or as close to the finish line as possible.
As possible, yes.
So it's absolutely free, everyone. Everyone is invited to the Dover playing field next Saturday. That's when we're having this big event, the Ultimate Family Fun Day by the Cava Foundation. And so we want you to go online to Instagram, cava.foundation, Cavah.foundation on Instagram. Register as a small business to be a part of the Small Business Pavilion, the Small Business Village. Entrepreneurship indeed is encouraged. And of course, if you are going to be pulling that truck and getting involved in any of the physical activities, get there early. Starts at 3, get there early to register, and good luck to all of you. You'll need to rub down when you're done, but good luck to all of you. Lizelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pearson. It was a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
If it be the will of the Lord.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed. All right?
Thank you.
Good. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
What you're seeing there is just a piece of beauty, the beauty of life in Gaza. And then this man who we're introducing you to now saw the ugliness of the change as a consequence of devastation and destruction. It's a personal story seen through the lens of his eyes and the lens of his camera. His name is Yusuf Aliru. Good morning to you, Yusuf.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Barbados.
Thank you for coming and joining us. I want to talk your story in just a moment. Lalu Hanneman is with us as well. He's the Secretary of the Caribbean Against Apartheid in Palestine. Lalu, good morning to you.
Greetings, my brother.
Likewise. And so, Yusuf, the film is called The Phoenix of Gaza, a city lost to genocide. And the story of the Phoenix obviously rises from the ashes. But yours is a very personal story because you literally were robbed of a lot of things that you've loved. Talk to me about that.
So, I was born in Gaza City, and then I was away for some time for my educational opportunities in the UK at Oxford University. Some years later, I decided to visit Gaza. In the summer of 2023, July, August, I visited Gaza. I reconnected with my family. I saw the city of my birth. And then one month later, after I returned back to London where I live, a genocide started. So it's a personal story because I lost loved ones, my sister, nephews and nieces, cousins. Our house is destroyed, our dreams buried under the rubble. And it breaks my heart that this genocide is ongoing for the past 600 days plus. I was the last person to film the beauty of Gaza. Gaza has been always known to be the world's largest open-air prison, and this prison been transformed into an extermination camp where people, 2.5 million people, live in a very small piece of land. So it's densely populated, and we've lost over 200 journalist colleagues, doctors, paramedics. You've seen the videos coming from the ground. So this film represents the determination, the resilience, the sumud, and also I wanted to show the world that we are capable of ruling ourselves, defying the restrictions. It's a bigger prison, but we decorated and beautified our prison.
What's changed in you since you've experienced the beauty and the devastation?
This makes us even more stronger, that we refuse to vanish. We are the indigenous people of the land, and we will never give up the struggle for liberation and to face the colonizers who stole our land. This makes us stronger in the sense that we will teach the love of our homeland for our children or for the generations to come. We are sending a message of love to the world, that we are normal human beings. Why we have to prove to the world that we are normal human beings? Why I need to show the life, the hustling and bustling and vibrancy of life in Gaza to the world? Why we are denied the basic supplies of water, medication, food? My family is being starved to death like the rest of the population. I'm hopeful that the world would really take practical steps on the ground to make sure Israel ends its colonization, occupation, because we deserve to be a free nation.
So it inspires you?
It's inspiring, and we are inspiring the world because we are resilient, we refuse to vanish.
And so the film, The Phoenix of Gaza, again speaks to this whole thing of the phoenix, rising above the ashes. And so Lalo, from where you sit as the Secretary of the Caribbean against apartheid in Palestine, what else do you think needs to be shown or for the world to see that there's the justice that you're seeking?
Given that we're speaking in the context of Barbados, I think the starting point has to be that we have to know what the realities on the ground in Gaza are. Gaza is smaller than Barbados. Barbados is 166 square miles, as we all know. Gaza is 140 square miles, and yet it has a population of 2.5 million. And on top of that, it's been subjected to the equivalent of 2 atomic bombs being exploded on it in terms of the total armaments. Over the last 19 months. They've been starved, as my brother has pointed out. Imagine if Barbados for 3 months hasn't had any imports allowed in at all, and as well as been subjected to all the bombings and whatever. 180 journalists in Gaza have been murdered in the last 19 months. No foreign journalists are allowed in. These are all local journalists. You've had medical staff murdered. You had UN personnel murdered. There's a time for the world to stand up and say enough is enough, and we've passed that time. Just yesterday, the United States vetoed a resolution in the Security Council calling for a ceasefire. 14 members of the Security Council supported that resolution. America was the only one who opposed it, and this has nothing to do necessarily with Trump. This is an ongoing reality since the days of, and I'm going to use the term, Genocide Joe was there, President Biden. And of course, Harris said everything that Biden did, she would have supported. So it would have made no difference whether it was President Harris or President Trump. So what the world needs to do is, to, as my brother said, to take concrete action. Talk is enough. We need, in effect, boots on the ground. We need United Nations blue berets to go in there and deal with the situation.
And is that what you're hoping for from this film, Yusuf?
I'm hoping to humanize Palestinians. I'm hoping from the international community, the so-called civilized world, to live up to their commitments, to defend the human rights, to defend international law, because the international system has been sabotaged. There is nothing justifies the genocide, killing civilians, burning children, journalists alive. Today, this morning, they murdered three journalists. The day before, they killed civilians. So this ongoing cycle of killing and destruction must come to an end. No one has a right to maintain monopoly on the narrative or to claim that they're God's chosen people. We are equal. We must have equal rights. Humanity, the international community has failed us, the people of Gaza. You know, I'm talking about how an average person in Gaza lives. They rarely get sleep. They don't have a meal on the table, no drinking water. They have to contend with the stress, the trauma of the bombing, the drones, the F-16, the Apaches, Israel's Navy patrols Gaza's 45 kilometers in the Mediterranean. Right. We don't have an airport, we don't have a seaport. People are crammed in this big prison, and they do not know where to go. There is no safe place in Gaza.
So all of this we'll see in the film, The Phoenix of Gaza, a city lost to genocide. Right now, is this online? How can we see the film so we get to learn more?
Now, those who are interested to sponsor or arrange for a screening, I'm happy to present it at any city worldwide. I have to be present as a director to answer questions. It's not available online yet.
Right, okay. So if someone wants to reach out to you, they can just send an email to info@thephoenixofgaza.com. info@thephoenixofgaza.com, and make contact with Yusuf, and indeed he'll be happy to share with you the film, The Phoenix of Gaza, a city of lost genocide. He's directed and filmed it, and so it's really a learning tool. I want to thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming by and to humbling us from where we sit as a people, because there's ignorance that exists.
If I may add something.
Sure.
I'm carrying Gaza in my heart and mind and touring the world to show how beautiful Gaza was, because millions around the world, including people in Barbados, they were denied access to come to Gaza because Gaza is still under Israel's occupation and blockade. So I screened it last night at the Venezuelan embassy. I'm going to Grenada, and I have multiple screenings coming in the coming days and weeks.
Good. So, and that's why I say it's important for the education, because I think knowledge is what helps to clarify a lot in our heads. It dispels the ignorance. But I thank you so much for joining us. All the best with your future endeavors. I feel it by just not what you've said, but by the images that you shared with us as well. And Lalo, I felt it as well, because we from on this side of the world also need to dispel ourselves of the narratives shared through other people's eyes sometimes.
Very much so. Very much so.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm honored to be in Barbados.
Likewise. All right, folks, I have to leave it there. I wish you a wonderful today. I'm excited to see what tomorrow brings. I hope you feel the same way. My little crew joins me wishing all of you a great today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.